If you rep my city, holla Duval. You know, sometimes I come out on these videos after losses and say the Jaguars lost in a typical losing manner. They pretty much beat themselves, yada yada yada. But today I'm coming at you saying that the Jaguars won in a typical Jaguar winning manner. And that's absolutely whooping the other team's ass. And this is probably the biggest ass whooping we've given to a team all year. We shut out the Colts 27-0, which was their first shutout, the Colts' first shutout since 1993. And we just absolutely controlled every asset of the ball. First of all, our offense. Our offense generated over 500 yards of total offense. And they did it without having Fournette. Without Fournette, they just opened up the passing game, and the Jaguars did very, very well in that passing game. You know, we'll start off with Blake Bortles. He was 18 for 26 for 330 yards and a touchdown, one fumble, had a 69% completion percentage. It was a good game by Bortles when it comes to that game-managing throw. You know, he missed a couple throws, but pretty much every game you can pick out quarterbacks and different kind of throws that they missed. So it was an encouraging game from Bortles to see, hey, he can actually throw and he can do some stuff with the ball. You know, with Leonard Fournette being out, it really opened up the run game for Ivory, Corey Grant, Yeldon. But the guy who really took advantage of his opportunity was TJ Yeldon. He had in his very first game active, he rushed for his first 100-yard career game. He rushed for 122 yards on the ground, one touchdown, and one of those was a 58-yard touchdown run. So, outstanding job by Yeldon to come in there and do his thing. I mean, it was really, really cool to see how, like, you know, how the depth of our running back game is when Leonard Fournette, if he is ever potentially out. So this looked like a really good move by the Jaguars to be able to sit Fournette, and then now this dude will basically have 2 more weeks to rest until his game. So, you know, with this final score 27-0, obviously that's a really good sign. But, you know, our passing game, you know, going back to that, Allen Hurns recorded his first 100-yard game of the season. He had 101 yards. Marquise Lee, 72 yards. Keelan Cole had his kind of breakout game with a 64-yard game. One of those catches was early on when it was like a really, really deep ball, about 50 yards in the air. And, you know, that was really, really encouraging to see from Keelan Cole because we really haven't seen anything from him so far. But, you know, the Jaguars defense just played lights out. The Jaguars against Houston got 10 sacks, and I pretty much said we probably shouldn't expect that anymore this year. But then they decided to go out against another division opponent in the Indianapolis Colts away and get another 10 sacks over there. The Jaguars are the first team with 2 games with double-digit sacks since the 1984 Chicago Bears. So, you know, Yannick Ngakoue recorded 2.5 sacks. Dante Fowler Jr. was all over the place. He got 1.5 sacks. Malik Jackson got 1.5 sacks. And Calais Campbell, he recorded 2 sacks himself. And now he has 10 total sacks this year. Broke his own career sack record, single season sack record with 10. First time in double-digit sacks with him. And this dude has been outstanding for the team. The Jaguars, with a final score of 27-0, I mean, it's really hard to point out a lot of, like, the bad things with what we did. We performed great on all parts of the ball. Without Brandon Linder, without Cam Robinson. That really sucks with the Cam Robinson injury. I haven't heard anything about him except that it's an ankle. So hopefully it's not broken or anything. It's encouraging that we have 2 more weeks of rest to be able to, like, rest him and everything. But I really hope this isn't something that's going to be holding him out for a while because that could definitely hurt us in the long run. But our offense had over 500 total yards without Fournette, without Allen Robinson, without D.D. Westbrook, without Brandon Linder, without Cam Robinson. It was just an outstanding game by the Jaguars, and, you know, it was really, really fun to watch. The Jaguars are 4-3 going into the bye week, 2-1 in the division. We're sitting pretty good. Too bad those bastard Colts, or not Colts, but those bastard Titans won. Freaking Browns couldn't hold them off, but whatever. We're still we're top of the AFC South right now. I believe due to tiebreaker, we are actually technically, I think, second maybe. I don't know. But whatever, we're 4-3, top of the division right now, going into the bye week. So it's definitely encouraging that the Jaguars got this W. Just a great game. I know Allen Hurns was kind of limping off at the end. Hopefully he's all good. But yeah, the Jaguars completely demolished the Indianapolis Colts by a final score of 27-0. Over 500 yards, total offensive yards, 10 sacks. Great game by the Jaguars. So with all that said, it's your boy UCF Jaguar coming at y'all from GenJag.com, and we out.